am in serious need of a reset. I don't have any gas in my car. I don't have any food in my refrigerator. My car is dirty. I just came back from out of town. I'm about to go back to work. I need a reset so bad. Come along. Let's go on a reset. I need to get all the things. First stop is the gas station. I can't go anywhere without any gas in my car. I can't go anywhere. I need structure in my life. I'm a Taurus. I need structure. I need that. So let's get all these things done before I have to go back to work, and let's just start on a good note. I heard you was too good to put Kroger gas in your car. That's what I heard. That's what the streets is saying. You too good to put Kroger gas in your car. But my Nissan Hellcat can take Kroger gas. Okay, let's go to Publix. I only go to Publix for BOGO items. I don't think you will ever catch me in Publix just regularly grocery shopping. Like, it depends. It definitely depends. But let's go into Publix. Let's see what they got on BOGO. I got a list of things that I need. I made a list when I was at home. So I'm trying to just get strictly everything on the list. I do not want to go off my list whatsoever. And I need to get back into my healthy state, because people always talk, I was just about to cuss. People always talk about going on vacation and they don't have a budget, and whatever you spend is whatever you spend. You're gonna worry about it when you come back home. But for me, when I go on vacation, I eat everything. I eat everything. I ate 3 pounds of crab legs. I'm not proud of that. I don't care. Matter of fact, I don't care. I ate 3 pounds of crab legs and I'm proud of it when I was out of town. Okay, I ate crab legs. I ate all the snacks, all the chips. I ate everything. I drank all the alcohol. I did all the things, and I need a reset so bad on my body, on my life. I just got to get everything back on track. Like, I need to get back into my routine. I'm a Taurus. I love routine, and that is desperately what I need right now. So I'm about to go to Publix. Let me get my bag out the trunk. I always forget my bag, and I have enough plastic bags at home. So let me get my bag out the trunk, and let's go into Publix and see what they have. Okay, back from Publix, and the goods are secure. When I was in Publix, I just thought about a little message that I wanted to give y'all. You know, I love a good message. When you get older, when you're in your 30s, because I'm a 34-year-old girl, you have to establish a routine. Routine is so important to me, maybe because I'm a Taurus. I'm not sure what it is, but I need routine. I need structure. I need consistency in my life, or I'm going to be all over the place, and I hate feeling all over the place. So I just got to get my life back on track. Like, I just got to get back on track. When I went out of town, I had a good time, but now that I am back and I'm back to my regular life, I realize that I really do love my regular life. I really do love the systems that I have in place for me right now, because when I was on social media strolling, I think I got so consumed with like rebrand content, and then I just started to think for myself and realize that I don't need a rebrand, because the foundation that I have laid, I like it. I like my life. I did a really good job, but it is some things that I want to do, and it's some things that I want to add into my daily life so I can achieve my goals and do all these things. So I think that's what I really need to focus on, instead of rebranding and burning everything down to the ground and starting over, because I don't have to do that. I went through a really crazy phase when I was 28. So yeah, like 20, was I 28? Yeah, I think I was like 28, 27, something like that. So that is the time when I just really burnt everything down to the ground when I was 28. And now I'm 34. A good little amount of time has passed. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. That's 6 years. 6 years that has passed by. And like looking back on where I wanted to, looking back when I was 28, and looking forward to where I want it to be, I am there. I hope that makes sense, because it made sense in my head, but it sounded crazy when it was coming out. But anyways, I'm in a good space in my life. I like routine. I like the life that I have created for myself. That is the moral of the story, because baby, I'm a yapper. Anywho, let me show you what I got from Publix before I pull off and go to my next stop. So I got some flowers. At Publix, they have BOGO roses, buy one get one free roses, and I really love when they run that deal, but those flowers were hideous. So I just got the little $4 flowers, and those are cute. I'm gonna put them in the little small vase that I got. I got one really big vase and I got a small vase, and I'm just gonna put that in there. Also, another thing that I have learned when I was out of town is I really do enjoy vlogging. I really do enjoy recording content, because when I was younger, I wanted to be a model, right? But you know, I grew up in the early 2000s, so being dark skinned wasn't a thing. I've always had really bad skin, so ultimately I just didn't think that I was pretty enough to be a model. So I always wanted to be a model, but I just pushed the idea to the back of my head, because I just knew that being a model just wasn't in the cards for me based on the way that I look. So I think that's why I really enjoy shooting content, because I always wanted to be in front of the camera and I always wanted to be a model. So I feel like this is my own little way of becoming a model. And when I was out of town, I recorded a good amount of footage. I don't know if I'm going to upload it or not, but I recorded a good amount of footage, and I really got comfortable being out in public, talking to my phone, not thinking that I look crazy, getting out of my body, so to speak, because right now I'm in the parking lot. And the very first time that I pulled up into the parking lot, the people next to me was getting out into their car. And I'm just sitting here talking to the camera. I don't feel weird about it. Now, this same parking spot, somebody just pulled into it again, and now they about to get out the car. And I really don't care. It's another car that pulled in front of me, and maybe they're like, who the fuck is this girl talking to? But I don't know. I don't care. I'm very glad that I really got out of that way of thinking, because ultimately, ain't nobody checking for me. Don't nobody care what I got going on. Everybody in this world is living their own life, worried about their own things. Nobody is checking for me. Okay, so that is another thing that I learned when I went out of town. I downloaded so many messages when I went out of town, and the crazy thing is, I said that I was going to bring my journal. Like when I was packing, I was saying, oh, I'm gonna bring my journal, but I was like, I'm going to be working and I'm going to be on the beach. I'm not going to be worried about a dang on journal. And I really should have bought it, because on that very last day when I went to the beach, I downloaded so many messages, and I realized how grateful I was and how good of a life that I have created for myself. And I really should have got a journal so I can write those things down, because the very last day I went to the beach, I didn't bring my phone, and like I just had my thoughts running in my head. Now I can remember some of the thoughts, but some thoughts I can't. I really wish I would have brought my journal so I can write, so I could have wrote those things down. Anywho, back to the haul. Jesus Christ, back to the haul. I got some flowers. And the total for my Publix trip was $28.27. A lot of the things that I had got were BOGO, so let's take that into account. I got a loaf of bread, the butter bread, Nature's Own bread. I'm not really a big fan of bread right now. I'm desperately trying to find maybe a bakery that bakes fresh bread, because bread has just not been tasting good to me. I got some Thomas bagels, because I think when I get home, I'm going to meal prep some breakfast sandwiches for me, so I won't be stopping at McDonald's throughout the week, since I'm about to go back to my real job. I got some shredded cheese. This was on BOGO as well. I got to put this inside of this cooler bag. I didn't think I was going to need the cooler bag, but I guess I did. I got, what else I get? I got some meatballs. These are on BOGO too. I haven't tried these before, but meatballs is meatballs if you ask me. I think that's the only two things that I got out of the cooler. section, I got shells and cheese when I do not feel like cooking. I got marinara sauce because I plan on making lasagna. I plan on making lasagna. I got this. I actually despise canned Alfredo sauce, but I got it because just in case I feel lazy one day. You never know. You have to keep something lazy in the freezer and the cabinet. You just have to. And lastly, I got these Chips Ahoy cookies for my baby because she loves these cookies. So on to the next store. I just go to Publix just to see what they have on BOGO, and then I usually just go to Kroger afterwards and just do all of the main shopping because I took so many digital coupons from Kroger, and Publix have digital coupons as well, but they're not as fire as Kroger. And I also get Kroger coupons sent to my house. So yeah, next stop is Kroger, so let's go there. So I went to Kroger with one of my best friends yesterday, and I started running my mouth. I didn't record a thing. We was just in the store cackling. So this is the next day. Right now I'm doing some skincare, and I'm going to go wash my car, and I'm going to make like a cute little lunch. I thought that the lunch was inspired by Chipotle, but the more that I look at the video, it doesn't. So, anywho, let's finish doing this skincare so I can finish out the rest of my reset. Finally, onto the car wash. Before I got my Nissan Hellcat, the car that I had before this one stayed dirty. And I just made a promise to myself that I have to retire that type of lifestyle. But I went out of town, and my car is just a mess. I'm really ashamed of the way that my car is looking because I love this car. This car is everything that I ever wanted. So I just made a promise that I have to keep my car clean. So this is the before. Jesus Christ. Kids are disrespectful. This is the before. My dream car is a Lamborghini Urus. And I know I'm going to get one day. But I have to take care of my Nissan Hellcat before I get to the Lamborghini. So this is just practice. So I'm about to leave the car wash and go home. I'm going to make me a cute little lunch. It's basically just a slop bowl. I put it on a plate, so it's a slop plate, but same thing. So I have corn, black beans, a defrosting chicken breast. I got some peppers. I got some mushrooms, onions, and bell peppers. Those were the vegetables that was left over from before I went out of town. I have a lemon and a lime. I didn't use that inside of my slop bowl. I don't know what I thought I was going to use it for, but I just still had it from the leftover vegetables before I went out of town. I also have some rice. I got some brown rice. I also have some white rice. I ended up using the white rice because it was only one packet left of the white rice. So I just wanted to use that up before opening up a brand new box. So I cut up my vegetables and I cut up my chicken breast. I cut it up kind of big just because that's the way that I like it. So I told y'all I wanted it to mimic Chipotle. So I either have Doritos, pita chips, or corn tortilla as the options that I want to use to eat my little slop bowl. I ended up picking the pita chips. So I got everything going. I got the rice, the vegetables, the corn, and the black beans going. Later on, I had put on the chicken because I used all the eyes on my stove. Chicken came out really good. Everything came out really good. It just did not taste like Chipotle. I think that's why I decided to use the pita chips instead of the Doritos, because at the end it wasn't giving Chipotle. I don't know what it was giving. But it was good. This is the final product. This was the final product. Like I said, I put it on a plate and not a bowl. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next vlog.